Yeah, so we about to get started tonight. What we're gonna talk about tonight is just being haunted. We're gonna talk about how things in the past affect us and how we can overcome those things and trying to move forward. That's essentially what it's about. We on that wave now. It's the new year, and everybody's gonna be running around saying "New Year, New Me." But I wanted to be understood that it's important that we really mean it and say that. You're not gonna change your life unless you change yourself and let go of certain things holding you back. But yeah, I do want to take a moment, as always, to thank everybody who showed support, showed love for this book. This is my first book. I published it myself with Proven Publishing. It's called Easy, A Guide to Mindfulness and Meditation. I appreciate the guys who have supported the book and bought it. And I would like for, if you guys are interested in teaching mindfulness and meditation to children ages 8 to 12, this is an excellent book. This is an excellent way to get them started on the journey of mindfulness and meditation. It's written in an educational fashion, but it's in a conversational style. So it's written in a way where children feel like someone's speaking to them. It's written in a way that's very, very gentle, very very deliberately paced for children who want to take their time and go through the process and learn, and talks a little bit about neuroscience, talks a little bit about affirmations, talks about a little bit about how the body works. So kids are being educated. And also at the end of every chapter, there is a glossary to help expand their vocabulary so that they can express themselves better. And also at the end of each chapter, there are chapter questions so that kids can work on their reading comprehension. So yeah, it's written as an educational piece of work, and I want you guys to enjoy it. So you can buy a copy of it at www.devinmccrory.com. That's www.devinmccrory.com. All right. So we're going to get started in a few minutes. I'm just waiting for Insight Timer. And when Insight Timer is ready in 2 more minutes, then we'll just jump right on in and get started. We're going to make sure we got everything we need for the ritual. And we're going to begin momentarily. I got to fix my computer because it's moving super slow. I don't know what's up with this thing. I'm trying to go live on YouTube and it's like dragging. Hopefully, when I play it back, it don't look like that. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But peace and blessings to everybody who joined. Thank y'all so much. This is gonna be a pretty good one. I won't be long on this one, but I'll be strong. So yeah, just give me a moment of your time. We'll begin in a moment. And for those who are gonna be watching this in the future, I thank y'all very much for y'all support. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. I know that a lot of people may not be watching, but one day I think these videos will reach and touch a lot of people. And we're doing it to spread positivity throughout the community, throughout the world. We have to put this positive energy out there. I was just watching something earlier today where it was just more the same. Black men bashing black women bashing black men. It's like we gotta counterbalance that with some positive energy. We gotta bring peace to our community. And I really, really, really want meditation and mindfulness to be a part of that plan because I learned so much and grew so much since I made meditation and mindfulness part of my life. I've been teaching it for about 5 years now, meditating for about, wow, like 12, 13 years now, something like that. So, yeah. So, yes, it helped me out a lot. It helped change my being on a core level. And I really appreciate the experiences that I've had with mindfulness and meditation. But yeah, let's get started. Insight timer is going to be ready in about 15 seconds. Peace, my brother. What's going on? Peace and blessings, my brother. We getting started on Insight Timer. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, Insight Timer. If you out there, stop in and say hello. I'm gonna send y'all some love, some positive energy. What's good? As you guys come in, just wave, say hello. Nicole from Oakland, how are you? Pleasure to see you. Melanie from Idaho, what's up? Why I got a scarf on in the house? Because it's a little chilly in here, brother. I was just talking about how Maryland is real nice and it don't snow. And then that same day was a snow alert, and then we got like a foot of snow. So now I'm just cold. Ajna from California, what's up? Melanie in Colorado, what's going on? Shanna, oh, am I saying name right? Is it Shanna or Shana? Oakland, California, what's up, Oakland? I was just listening to a Raphael Sadiq interview. He's from Oakland. Jason in Colorado. Jackie from Seattle, what's up? Home place of grunge. San Francisco, Debbie. San Francisco's in the house. How's everybody doing? Hopefully, you guys had a great holiday. Hopefully, you feel rejuvenated this new year. You blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be here with you too. Happy New Year, Portland, Oregon. Pammy, what's up? Rita, what's up? Julian, you doing good? All right. I'm glad you guys are here. We usually, like I said, we usually get started at the 7-minute mark. So just let's hang out for a little bit, chill for a little bit. Morgan from Colorado, what's up? Happy New Year to everybody. We're going to begin shortly. Pammy, you chilly also? Yeah, it's cold. I must be getting, like my grandmother used to always be cold. Now I must be getting old too because I feel like a chill in my bones. I can't get it out. Tampa, Florida. Tara, what's up? You were short. Oh, yeah. A couple days ago, we were like 70-degree weather, and then like just instantaneously got hit with a mountain of snow. Jade, it's good to see you too. Did I have a nice holiday? I let go. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a good holiday. I had a real good holiday. New Year was good. I got some time off from work. Got a lot of rest. I needed some rest. I was gonna go out, but then I just went to my backyard. And like even though in Maryland they say fireworks are illegal, everybody had fireworks. So I was standing in my backyard watching the sky light up, relaxing. It was cool. Jada look fresh. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm glad to see everybody here. Julian, you have basketball practice. You're going to sleep. Well, if you got to get some rest, get some rest. Thank you for stopping by to say hello. Hope we'll see you next week. You bundled up. Oh, you like the Ankh? Thank you, Morgan. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got it from my hometown, Hartford, Connecticut. It's a bookstore called True Books. And I bought an Ankh for myself. And I was supposed to buy one for my cousin, but he only had one, so I kept it. But I'm glad to see you guys. Glad everybody's doing good. So, we're gonna have a session tonight where I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of the experiences that I've been having and some of the things that I've been thinking. But I want you guys to participate as well. So what I want you guys to do, everybody who feels like they're gonna participate a little bit, I'm not gonna ask anything crazy, but if you want to participate, give me the thumbs up because I really want you guys to join in because I think this is a good way to release some negative energy. So give me the thumbs up if you want to participate. Hopefully you guys want to participate. Tara, thank you. Melanie, thank you. Morgan, thank you. Jackie, thank you. Jason, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Nicole, thank you so much. Awesome. Pammy, thank you. Cool. So we do. So I'm glad you guys want to participate. That's absolutely awesome. So that's what we're gonna do later on. Later on, we're gonna have a brief little participation. Debbie, thumbs up. Cool. We're gonna have a little participation later on. I'm glad you guys are enthusiastic about it. So we're rounding about the 5-minute mark. So about 2 more minutes, we'll get started. Thank you for hanging with me, guys. What did you guys do for your New Year's? Did anybody go out? I was thinking about going out, but nah, I decided to stay home. Tara, you slept? Yeah, I think most people slept for New Year's this year. What time does it go until? We'll probably be here probably about 45 minutes or so. Probably about 40, 45 minutes. Sometimes I go a little longer than that, but I think tonight will be about 45 minutes. Tore up the carpet. Yeah, you danced a little bit, Pammy. Jason, you had a nice night. Excellent. You went bowling. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm glad you guys seized the moment and went out. Zoom party. Yeah, it's a good idea, Jackie. I should have did a Zoom party. I was gonna go out, but here in Maryland and down in DC, they said the COVID numbers were creeping back up again. So I decided to just stay home. Plus, I don't party no more anyway. What was I gonna do? Just walk around in a bar talking to people about how the universe started. Creative, you had a Zoom party? Yeah, Pammy, yeah, that's a real good idea. I wish I did that too. That's a real good idea. I wish I thought of that too. But that's an idea for next time. Valentine's Day Zoom party? Good idea. Not a good look. All right, we're getting close to that 7-minute mark. So yeah, we'll get started. So I was thinking about something. And you guys know I like to use these live streams as a means of connecting with you guys and just opening up about some of the things that I may be experiencing and going through. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something I was personally going through. I mentioned before, if you guys have been watching my live streams for a while, I've been mentioning on and off about, I was married and my wife and I separated. And when I first started doing these, I talked a lot about how difficult the separation was, but how I was still hopeful. Not necessarily hopeful about the relationship, but just hopeful about my life turning around and things getting better for me. And I spoke very openly about what I was going through and about ways that I was trying to cope and lessons that I had learned and how I got through it by taking responsibility and deciding to develop myself and become better and stronger and all of that stuff. Right, Jackie, first time watching tonight. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. So recently, the separation went from separated to divorce. The filing for divorce became official, and we decided to proceed in that direction. Now, of course, a while ago, I kind of felt that way in my heart, felt like things were going to go in that direction in my heart. And when it became official, before it became official, I kind of felt like I had grown beyond it and I wasn't expecting anything. And I was okay with it ending. I'm still okay with it ending. But I realized that I had a lot of pent up negative emotions. I had a lot of pent up negative emotions, and I was triggered. I was triggered, and I didn't think that I would get triggered. I was triggered thinking about some of the negative experiences. Triggered thinking about certain memories that came to mind that were at moments where I wasn't happy, things I wasn't happy with. Thinking about times where I was sad and depressed. Thinking about the struggle of being married and trying to maintain a marriage, and also feeling a little bit of disappointment. Felt a little bit of disappointment because nobody gets married with the expectation that it's going to end. Everybody gets married with the expectation that you can tough it out and things will work. And when things don't work, yes, it's triggering sometimes. So at that moment, I'm sitting there and just thinking about how now it's over. Don't have a problem with it being over, but I realized I had some unresolved emotions, and I was angry. You still dealing with stuff, Pammy? Yeah, yeah. Divorce can be tough, but the thing about it is, like me and my soon-to-be ex-wife, we don't have any animosity towards one another. One another, it's over, and we're both cool with it. But I was angry with myself because I felt like, man, I thought you were beyond this. I thought you really had let go of the past, and I realized that being triggered, my body is still experiencing the past as if it's still happening. These memories of things that happened, these emotions are still living within me. I am literally living with the past, almost like a person who's being haunted by a spirit. You know, if you ever read any of those Gothic stories or Southern Gothic stories, there's always this thing about the past that's still lingering and how we have to adapt to a new life by letting go of the past. But the past just lingers, it holds on to you. Linda, your first time? Well, thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. And the past just holds on to you. You feel like you can't escape it. And with all the meditation that I've done, all the growing I've done, all the self-analysis that I've done, the maturation I've done, the spiritual journey that I've gone on, if I feel almost like cheated a little bit because the past is still here. It's still lingering within me, within the very fiber of my body, within the very, the very network of my central nervous system. Those memories are still there. And I remember thinking about certain things, and my body got tense and I got angry and my heart started to beat rapidly. I was really frustrated, immediately triggered, and just sucked into the past again, like a vortex of negative energy in my own mind. And here I am thinking that I'm totally beyond it and past it. And I realized that I still had all these unresolved emotions inside me. And I thought about the human body. It's hard for us to let go because our bodies are essentially just walking memories. Within our bodies, all of our bodies, there's millions of years of history. There's millions of years of history in your body. That's how you became who you are. You might not know your ancestors from 200,000 years ago or a million years ago, but you have their eyes, you have their DNA. And the slow, gradual process of them living their lives and dying and eating the foods in their environment and living where they live and getting the sunlight, all of that stuff shaped them, and then it shaped and altered their DNA, and then it transmitted to the next person, all the way down the line. You are the result of your ancestors. And all the changes in the environment, all the history of your ancestors is in you. You are the culmination of the history of your ancestors, which can be very beautiful because our bodies have so much ancient knowledge in them. If we learn how to tap into that ancient knowledge, it's so powerful. Our bodies are gateways to spiritual awakening. We just have to tap into that energy. But it's also hard because your body holds memories of your own life and your own pain. And it's hard to get rid of it. It's hard to get rid of these memories. And in my mind, I don't even think about this stuff half the time. But the body remembers. And the body does not let go. We have to train our bodies to let go of these memories. And remember, the body has a better memory than your mind does. Especially now, I'm 42 years old. And in my younger days, and I've told you guys my stories about my younger days drinking and my younger days partying and getting smashed and smoking weed and popping the occasional pill, right? So now I'm 42 years old. My memory sometimes is a little foggy. Jason, thank you. I appreciate that. It's the lighting. This lighting makes me look super young. If I turn these lights off and turn on the regular light, I look like a 42-year-old dude. But like I was saying, so our mind sometimes lets go of memories or represses memories. Jackie's meant to be here tonight. Yeah, I'm glad you feel that way. So yeah, like our minds, we can ignore certain memories, right? Or suppress certain memories, or we just forget certain things. But the body remembers. Certain sounds can trigger a response in the body. You don't even know why. Certain smells can trigger certain memories. The body recalls. Jackie, thank you. The body recalls. But even if the mind doesn't remember, the body recalls. That's why you are the way you are. Your body recalls your ancestors. Your body remembers millions of years of history. Even if you can't remember what you did 5 minutes ago, your body recalls millions of years of history. And because of that, because memory is such an important part of who we become and how we get shaped, our bodies hold on to these memories. The body tells the story. That's a perfect way to put it, Jackie. And so with me, I realized my body was telling the story. My mind wanted to just be free of it. My body remembered the story. The mind avoids stressful memories, but the body demands that you hold on to these memories. Why? Why is that? Why is it that the mind, right, can say, you know what, I don't want to think about this, I'm going to go somewhere else. But the body has a difficult time doing that. Why is that? And I think there's a reason for that. There's a reason why the mind can forget so easily or suppress certain memories so easily, but the body has to be retrained completely in order to let go of memories. And I think a major part of that is the reason because the body feels the pain of the memory. Whatever exists in the mind affects the body. Your mind can literally make your body sick. Your stress, your negative emotions, your low self-esteem can literally make your body physically ill. When I was younger, I had low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. I was sick all the time, right? So your body forces you to deal with this stuff because the body is demanding that you heal for its own survival, for its own well-being. So we try to say to ourselves, I'm not going to remember that car accident that I was in. I'm not going to remember that argument that I got into. I'm not going to remember the time that I got hurt. I'm not going to remember the time that I got used and abused. I'm going to forget those memories. But the body's going to say, no. The body is going to say, no, I'm not going to let you forget. Even if you push the memory aside, I'm going to hold the memory within myself because I want you to heal so I can be free. The body wants to be free. The body don't want to carry millions of years of pain. The body has already adapted enough to all the pain of your ancestors. Mind protects the body, you're correct. And the body also has the capacity to protect the mind. And that's what the body's trying to do. When the body gets triggered, it is reminding you of your pain. Because it's going to force you to address the issue that needs to be addressed as opposed to just holding back. Because if my mind could do whatever it wanted to do, I would just hold it back. Remember, I told you guys the story about, how, I had a lot of trauma from my childhood and I kind of repressed it and drank my way through it and, intoxicated myself so I wouldn't have to deal with it. But then when it got to the point where I was about 30 or so, my body said, okay, enough's enough. And I started having panic attacks. My body was saying to me, the time for playing around with this is done. You have to psychologically heal. And if you won't do it with the power of the mind, the body will force you to do it. And you have to remember that. Remember that a lot of times your body is getting sick because it's forcing you to heal. Ironically enough, it will maintain injury, it will get sick, it will start to break down, it'll get fatigued because it's demanding you heal. Through getting sick, it's saying, listen, something's not right, you have to heal. Depression is the central nervous system's way of telling you it's time for a change. So the time has come for us to change. It's time for a lot of us to change and look within ourselves and begin that healing process. Because I was so triggered thinking about certain things from my past. My body was reacting, but I need to heal. And that cool reaction from the body is demanding that I take the time to heal. No more ignoring it. No more saying, well, I meditate. So because I meditate, I'm enlightened. No more of that. The body's like, okay, enough of the ego games. Let's deal with the pain. Yeah, catching the cold. Yep, I used to do that all the time. I would catch colds. I would catch colds. I would get like fevers. I remember I worked in a school, and when I first started working at a school, I was sick like every for months on end. I was catching everything. I was catching everything because at that time I was going through stress, and I was a first time dad and trying to deal with that stuff and going through other stress and other emotional stuff. I was catching everything. Now I feel much more vibrant. I haven't been sick in a long time. Things have really changed for me. My body has healed, but there's still healing left to be done. And remember also too that it's so important that we heal because you shape your beliefs, and your beliefs are memories of the future. Now, what do I mean when I say your beliefs are memories of the future? Well, basically, it's like this. When you have a negative experience, it changes your beliefs. And then what happens when you're traumatized? Anybody who's been traumatized or who's done any trauma bonding, any of that stuff, it puts you on a cycle. You repeat the trauma over and over and over again until you heal. So when I have a negative experience that shapes my beliefs, I'm going to have that negative experience again, and then again, and then again. My whole future is going to be shaped based upon these negative experiences. So that's what I mean when I say your beliefs are memories of the future. If it happened in the past, it's going to happen again. If it happened 2 years ago and I didn't heal, guess what? It's going to happen again. I tell people all the time this story where when I was young and I was single and looking for love, poor Devin, the romantic with his heart on his sleeve, running around like a moron, getting hurt. And I remember it. My subconscious mind was recreating the experiences that I was going to so much that I remember I kept meeting different girls, but they all had the same name and they all had the same backstory. I'm not gonna say the name, but they all had the same name. It was like 3 chicks I met around the same time, and they all had the exact same name, and they all had the same backstory. They all had the same amount of kids. They all told the same lies. I was stuck in a loop because I had not healed, and I had not grown and developed. Relax and Sid, what's up? How you doing? Glad you're here. Missed you. Well, we missed you too. We're glad you're here with us. Love the haircut. Well, you know what? I think I want the beard back though. I'm gonna keep the hair low for a little bit, but I want the beard back. I want the big woolly beard. But anyhow, yeah, going back to what I was saying, I was stuck in a loop. I had not healed, so I was recreating the same situations over and over and over again. So that's what I mean when I say that your beliefs are just memories of the future. If you don't heal, everything that happened last year is going to happen again this year. If you don't heal, everything that happened in the last relationship is going to happen in the next one. If you don't heal, even the same mistakes, you'll make the same mistakes over and over again. If you were, driving, you were angry and upset because you just broke up with somebody and got into a car accident, guess what's going to happen again? I had a friend of mine, dude I used to hang out with all the time. He was heartbroken over this girl, and I remember he got drunk and got into a car accident. Then the same thing happened again years later. Then the same thing happened again years later, like 3 times. I'm like, this dude was always in car accidents, and I'm not laughing at him, but it got to the point where like every couple of years he get into and he got into one big huge car accident and was hospitalized for a while because he had not healed. So his beliefs about how to handle that pain became a memory of the future. He wrote his future in those beliefs. And luckily he had a future because he could have died. Him and his boys was intoxicated. I never heard who was driving, but I'm pretty sure I know who it was. Driving down the wrong way on a really long freeway we have in Connecticut and ran into one of those street sweeper trucks. Had to be really intoxicated to pull that off. But he had done similar stuff before. Shauna, how can we handle that pain? Well, there is a guy I study named Muji. Brilliant guy, does these really beautiful guided meditations. And matter of fact, he's on Insight Timer too. I mentioned him before. And Muji has this thing where he says when you first go into the guided meditation with him, he'll say, "Be strict with yourself." Yeah, manifestation fueled by trauma, exactly. But he says, be strict with yourself. Now, what does he mean by that? He means that you're trying to change yourself and change how you think. So you're going to have to be very aware of your thoughts, and you're going to have to monitor your thoughts, and you're going to have to fight your thoughts. When I first started meditating, I was dealing with severe depression, panic attacks, and all of that. And I remember I would drive to work every single day, and my mind would be racing. I'd be thinking about the past or thinking of things to be worried about in the future. And I had to literally train my mind every single day on the ride to work and say, I am in the present moment. And sometimes my mind would wander. So I would have to like punch the steering wheel or punch the dashboard just to draw my mind to the present moment and say, I am in the present moment. And then after a while, I didn't have to do that anymore because I was strict with myself. I trained myself to be able to stay focused on the present moment. Tools to add to your toolkit. That's one of the things that we discussed a couple weeks ago. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the greatest tool. So what I want you to do is just learn how to train yourself to be mindful, and it's not going to be easy. Take a candle, light a candle, sit in front of the candle, and literally force your mind to focus on that candle. Focus on the details of that candle. Focus on the color of the flame. What color is the flame? How is the lick of flame on the candle moving? Why is it moving that way? What do you see around it? Because once it gets to the point where you stare at the flame long enough, you'll not just see the flame itself, you'll see the energy around the flame. But you got to be focused. And once you can train your mind to do that, it becomes easier for you to train your mind to start to release from the pain, because the pain is stuck in your body, the memory is stuck in your body. So when you feel that tension come over you, learn to relax the tension. Learn to immerse yourself in the present moment. Learn how to focus so intensely on the present moment that you can let go of the past. And like Muji says during the guided meditation, be strict with yourself. It's hard to monitor your thoughts and watch your thoughts. It can be done. And then after a while, it gets to the point where you start to become the observer and you can look at your thoughts almost from a distance. Rachel, you're in the hamster wheel of depression. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear you're stuck on that hamster wheel of depression. But yes, with training and with support, you can beat it. I went through depression for, and I mentioned this to you guys before. The first time I ever thought about suicide, I was 7. Depression almost became like a part of my identity. Depression was almost a part of I defined myself by 2 things during my adolescence and my early 20s, or even up to my late 20s. I defined myself based upon the fact that I drank all the time, and I drank all the time because I was depressed. So that became like my personality. Devin's the depressed drunk guy. And it's sad. I shaped my whole identity around that. But you can overcome. You can beat it. And I've challenged people on Insight Timer in these conversations where I've said up front, why has no therapist or anybody who I've noticed in the field of psychiatry or psychology said, you know, that you can beat depression? Why do they make it seem as if when you have depression that you get stuck with it forever? When you get trauma, you shut down, become emotionless, and do things I wouldn't normally do. Yeah, because and I understand where you're coming from with that one, Jason. It's because you're being avoidant. Because, like I said, trauma is hard to deal with. Pain is hard to deal with, and when you get triggered, it's hard to deal with. But you know what? You're making the right first thing is you're aware of it. You're aware of it, and you're not becoming emotionless. You're just shutting down, so you don't have to deal with your emotions. And find somebody you can talk to, or train yourself when you get into that moment when you feel traumatized. Sit with it for a little bit. Sit with it. There was times where like I said, I was having panic attacks. I went to a grocery store. I had a panic attack in the grocery store. So every time I went to that same grocery store, I would feel like anxious, like I had to run out of there. So one day I just put my timer on and literally walked to the grocery store and said, I'm going to do 3 minutes. I'm not going anywhere. So I went to the grocery store and walked around for 3 minutes. And then they did it again for 5 minutes and did it again for 7 minutes. And after a while, I was okay with it. And also, Jason, if you need someone to talk to, if you don't need a therapist, get a therapist. You feel emotions deeper than you can handle. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I kind of feel like the same way sometimes, but it's not that it's deeper than you can handle. It's just that it's you haven't healed. That's all. Think about it in that way, and you can heal. It's not that these emotions are just too much for you to deal with. It's just that you haven't healed. And Elizabeth, you're 100% correct. Like I was saying, he's aware of it. He's mindful. That's a big part of it. A lot of people are not even that aware. That self-awareness is going to be a blessing. So, one thing that I think is very important is for us to really focus on the importance of healing, the importance of letting things go, and the importance of ritual. So what I want us to do now is we're going to engage in a little ritual because the body demands it. And I did a live stream once not years ago, but a couple months back where I talked about the importance of ritual. We refer to ritual as a technology of the body, right? Ritual is a way of meditation. It's a way of getting yourself into a different zone of consciousness. When you're doing a ritual, what happens is certain parts of the brain shut down, other parts of the brain become aware. In rituals, you kind of get rid of the idea of a goal and you go into a meditative state where you're able to act without judgment because you're taking away the goal. Thank you very much for the donation, Mita. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And we're gonna let's send some more positive love, positive energy to Jason. Thank you for opening up. And we're here for support. So yeah, send some positive energy, guys, to Jason. So this is what we're gonna do for our ritual. We need to release guilt. Need to release shame. Need to release fear. Need to release humiliation, sadness. Need to let it go. Shauna, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. So this is what I'm going to do. And earlier I mentioned that I need you guys to participate, and this is what we're going to do together. I love that sound. I'm going to write down what I want to release. I want to release the negative emotions about my marriage. So I want you guys to participate. Tell me the things that you guys want to release. I'll try to write them down. And on this piece of paper, on these pieces of paper if necessary. And then we're going to burn them. And we're going to release the energy. And then for your trust issues, okay. Thank you very much for sharing. Responsibility for your parents, thank you. We'll let go of fear, V2. Fear, lack, okay. Sadness about your divorce, I hear you. I just feel a little, I don't know. I felt anger at that moment. Anxiety and stress, okay. Negative energies, okay. We're going to let it go. Anger, Audrey, okay. Pain and anger. Guilt about distorted thinking, okay. Belief that emotions are a sign of weakness, okay. Yeah, that's definitely a tough one to deal with. I dealt with that when I was very young. I was a sensitive kid. Film of sadness without love. Anger about your lost childhood, okay. Guilt about being a single mom, okay. Okay. Chronic health problems, pain, grief. Worry. I seen a few that I missed. I'm sorry. Perfectionism, worry. Trying to fix everything. That's a good one. Fear of loading mom. Grief and loneliness. Doing too much. That's another thing you gotta let go of. You right. I see TMJ. What's TMJ? Fear never good enough. Wow. Well, you know what? You're more than good enough. More than good enough. We limit ourselves with our beliefs. Beliefs. Losing your mom. Let me get another piece of paper. Yeah, losing a parent can be hard. Trust me, I lost my dad when I was 21. I went through a lot, but we can win. Grinding and clenching teeth. Okay. Tired of being a strong one, Jackie. I understand. Constant comparisons. Okay. Yeah, don't compare yourself. You're a one of one. Exhaustion. That's yeah. Sometimes we work ourselves too much. We definitely push too hard sometimes, Michelle. Financial issues. Yeah, that's a tough one to deal with too. Definitely a tough one to deal with. Finances. Yeah, I see finances popping up again. Yeah, the loss of your dad at a young age. Yeah, that was difficult for me. But being in an environment like this is a place for us to heal. Being reactive. Mindfulness will help with that. Not putting yourself first. Sometimes you need to. Overthinking, analyzing between the lines for no reason. Impatience. Yeah, I'm impatient too, Ajna. Worthiness. Well, you know what? I think a lot of us struggle with worthiness. Let me get another piece of paper. Yeah, a lot of us struggle with feeling like we're not worthy. But we are. We are. Getting rid of COVID. Yeah, I heard that's a friend of mine had COVID. He said that was a rough one. Getting rid of COVID. I'm tired of COVID too. I want to just go back to just living life. Fear of rejection. I've dealt with that a lot, Michelle. I dealt with that a lot. I was paralyzed for big chunks of my life because of fear of rejection. Self judgment, another one. Letting all of this go. All right, we got a lot. Am I tired of writing? I got one more. I got space for one more. Jade, what's up? Tension in the body. All right, here we go. We letting it go. Ready? Jade, racism and hate. Yeah, I hate. I hate, and I hate racism. Here we go. Here we go. Burn, baby, burn. All that negativity. All that negativity. All the baggage. Letting it go. All the negativity. All the baggage. Letting it go. Bye, Felicia. Yep. All the baggage. Say I release it. Say I release it. I release it. I release it. You don't need it. Let go and heal. That's right. I release it. I don't need it. Who we carrying all this around for? Who we carrying all this pain around for? Who we carrying all this around for? We don't need this. Burn all that negative energy. Write it down on a piece of paper. Burn it away. We don't need it. I release 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 it. This does nothing for me. There's nothing for my family. There's nothing for my future. Letting it all go. Letting it all go. Last page. I release it. I release it. Might need a little more flame on this one. I release it. Get out. We don't need you. We don't need you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these ashes and sprinkle them in the backyard. And if the earth could use these ashes to grow more life for the springtime, that'd be a beautiful thing. I'm sending peace and love to everybody. Peace and love, peace and blessings to all of y'all. We don't need it. We don't need it no more. If we needed it for anything, we already used it for what we needed it for. Now we can let it go. Flames in the lower left of the screen. Yeah, that's where I'm burning it. I'm burning it in my little bell. Don't worry, it's safe. And we got water right here. Don't you worry. Peace, my brother. All that negative energy. Let the vibration of the bell get that negative energy out of us. Love and light. That's right, Helena. Get all that negative energy out. Jennifer, you're welcome. Everybody's welcome. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. It's gone. Now that we let that go and we engaged in a ritual, I really feel better. I don't know about y'all. I really feel like I let that burden down. Thank y'all so much for spending this time with me. Thank all of you. Peace and blessings to all of you. Thank you for the donations. Appreciate you all. Appreciate you all. You put your energy into this. You know, you put your energy out there. You guys are very open. We supported each other. I'm loving it. I'm loving the positive energy. And we're going into the new year with some more of this positive energy, some more of this love. Let that energy, let the negative energy go. We let it go. Be strict with yourself. Don't let it come back in. Negative energy and depression is like a ex lover. They pop up from time to time and they know just what to say. You gotta remember that, you don't need them no more. Now that you got rid of that negative energy, now you can fill it whatever you want. You can put whatever you want in its place. You want sleep, get some sleep. You want rest, get some rest. You want joy and love, peace, light. You want all of that stuff in your life. Replace the negative energy with that. And if that's too big, let's start with something simple. Do something to benefit yourself right here, right now. If you want to give yourself a hug, go ahead. You want to open up, you want to go online and look for a therapist? Go ahead. You want to journal? Go ahead. You want to sing a song? Go ahead. Y'all know me. If you see my live streams, y'all know I love to sing. I can't sing worth a damn, but I do love to sing. As a matter of fact, before we go, I'm gonna sing "Lay Your Burden Down, Lay Your Burden Down." So the Lord said, and I say to you, lay your burden down. It's a song I wrote years ago. All right, good night, everybody. Peace and blessings to all of you guys. I love you so much. Thank you for spending this time with me. Have a good night.